Hey, welcome to the late lunchtime in the UK's live, as requested by Pinkie Pie. I did sort of mention that the next live I do, or I try and do some earlier ones. If you guys are in a different location, though, let me know. And obviously, if this time doesn't suit, let us know. We'll try and work around that. Hello to whoever's joined. Hope you've had a wonderful weekend. And if you're currently in the weekend still, I hope you're enjoying your weekend. How was the 444 portal for everyone? Did anyone do the meditation on the 4th? Did anyone do that? Hope you're all doing well. Hope your weekend was, that you managed to get everything done that you wanted to, and I hope you're keeping safe. Please do come in and say hi if you want to, if you feel comfortable to. We'll wait a few minutes. We'll wait to see who comes in. Katrina, good morning, good morning. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a wonderful weekend, as best as you could. Did anyone do the 444 meditation at all? Did anyone do that? So we'll wait a few minutes. We'll wait a few minutes to get started to see who's coming in, and then we'll do the reading here. I'm going to use for the first deck is the Diana Cooper's Atlantis Oracle deck. Hello, welcome, Positive for Life. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're keeping well, everyone, and that everyone's in good spirits. I hope your weekend's been, a sort of well-rested one. Welcome. We're just going to wait a few more minutes just for people to come in. And then Kate, hey, I'm glad you caught this one. I was actually going to email you, and then I thought, I think she's probably, I posted it to the group. If you haven't already joined and you'd like to join, we do have a spiritual support group. If you haven't already joined social media, I do post heads up when I do these lives. At the moment, the plan is to do, thank you so much, Positive for Life. That's very kind. At the moment, we are going to probably do lives Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm thinking to do maybe an early one Mondays, which obviously, depending where you are in the world, at the moment, this is 2 p.m. England time, so British Standard Time in the UK. Wednesday and Friday will probably be roughly around maybe the 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. British Standard Time, but I might alternate it between YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. It depends. The guides want me to kind of experiment a little bit still. Thanks, lovely. I hope you're doing good. Hope you're feeling better, Kate. Did anyone do the 444 meditation on? Would have been the 5th in the UK at 3:45 a.m. But depending where you are in the world, it would have been the 4th. Did anyone do that? If you haven't already, Steve Noble's got a wonderful 444 meditation that on his channel, and his name's spelled STEVENOBEL. He's got a brilliant 444 meditation, and it is going to be valid to kind of do for a couple of weeks. So if you fancy doing something, as you probably know, or maybe you don't know, the 444 portal was very, very much the kind of dawning of a new age. It's this age of Aquarius. It was a portal between Jupiter and Pluto, which obviously 4 directions, 4 archangels. So it was a very prosperous, there was a lot of prophecy surrounding it. We're going to wait a few more minutes until we get started, but this is the Atlantis deck by Diana Cooper. They were sort of wanting me to utilize that. We have got a few decks coming through that I'm literally so excited when these come. I'm going to open them live as well. I do have a link to the decks that I've put on the Amazon wish list. If you do, thank you so much for liking the video. If you do feel drawn to purchase a deck for the purposes of these lives, because we want to keep the reading fresh, we want to keep it so that people are getting the help, because obviously, as we know, this is not the easiest of times, is it? So we're trying to do what we can. We're trying to keep things fresh. And so the lovely Kate purchased. I haven't looked yet. I'm waiting for these to come in the post. Yeah, possibly, Kate. I've just seen your. We're just riding the wave right now. We're just riding. Oh, do you know what? Yeah. So we saw. So we're gonna wait a few more. Oh look, 444. I've just looked at the clock. It was 444. Yeah. It's It's mad, isn't it? Isn't this energy mad? Did anyone else pick up around the 4th or the 5th some absolutely that meditation? Because I actually did do the meditation at 3:45 a.m. That energy was insane. I had all kinds of downloads going on, and I'll be honest with you, I actually found a hedgehog in my garden. I went to go out. My friend messaged me. Hey. Oh, bless you, Luke. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Luke. Yeah, I did. This is like a late lunchtime one because people were kind of wanting to get a differing time. So yeah, bless you. If the kids are going, hey, Katie, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you're, enjoying your time. I know you've got a busy kind of preparation with all your rehearsals and all your hard work you're doing. So thank you for joining us. Yeah, Luke, if the little ones are running around, mate, then you know what I mean. There's not much we can do. You know what kids are like. In fact, I'll be honest with you, Luke. I was meditating and I don't know if you caught this, but Steve Noble's 4-for-4 meditation, Luke, try it. Sophia was trying to talk to me in the middle of it. I was like, I don't know what she's been doing today, but I was picking up on your little one. This is a weird setup. It's taking me ages to work this one out. Oh, bless you. Let me know what you feel would be easier for me to do. Is it the link that I sent, or is it you mean to try and find the live? Or in fact, I'll just give you a heads up now. If you haven't already press the bell on YouTube. So next to the subscription box, there's a bell. And if you press that, it will alert you to when I go live. It will alert you to when the videos are being released. Yeah, I would speak to Sophia. She was just staring at me. It was like she was trying to get my attention. And usually, from where I'm reading it from, she wants to tell you something. But maybe I don't know if you've been busy today, Luke, but I feel like she wants to talk to you about something. Oh, she's so switched on. She's so switched on. Oh, well done, Katie. Yeah, well done then. If you've got loads on, well done for joining us then. If you've got that live, that's probably a lot of work you've been doing then. Just couldn't find out how to join the chat thing. Oh, I see the chat. Yeah. If anyone's watching, there is a box. It looks like a speech bubble box. Just again, if you're on a mobile, it should be around the middle of the screen. If you click on that, it will allow you to go to the chat. If you're on a PC, I feel like PC is a little bit more easy to navigate. I feel like it's a little bit more straightforward. But if you are having technical difficulties, or again, because we've had people reporting that the audios have been cutting out. Sometimes it's because they don't want you to hear certain things at a certain time. It's a timing thing. And sometimes it's for other reasons. So let's start. We're in 7 minutes. Thank you for the person who liked the live already. That's massively appreciated. Hello to whoever's just joined. We're going to be using the Atlantis Diana Cooper deck, giving messages from spirit guides live. Oh, you have to set a new one up. Oh, that's interesting. Your music one wouldn't allow you to join this. That's weird, isn't it? Do me a favor. Can you screenshot what your if you can? Obviously, I know you've got loads on, Katie, but if you can you screenshot that to me and send it in a message so I can have a look? Because that's interesting. Because I'll be honest with you, they're a bit sneaky with they don't want me to have people listening. But mainly because I've been doing political predictions, and people are a bit funny about that. So so for example, if you're joining the live from your YouTube, so you go back onto your music YouTube, Katie, and try and screenshot every step of you trying to join my live or my channel on this one. So from your music channel to this, and screenshot if there's any error messages and obviously, if you feel like that's a mission, then don't. But it was just so I can have a look to see why that would be. Someone's ready to talk. Guys, this is insane. This card that's just flown out is actually insane. I've got goosebumps. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this live. I've just been winded. Right, let me just kind of recap. Why did I use this deck? I knew this was going to happen. Kate, I can guarantee Kate's laughing at me because she already knows. Why? Right, okay, we'll ride the wave, Spirit. We'll practice what we preach. All right, look, this is the Temple of Poseidon, okay? Now, again, it's in the reverse. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Katie. It's weird how that's blocked. If you're going, yeah, immediately you can tell, can't you, Katie? If you can screenshot it on your phone and just show me where there's an error message, or show me where there's a block to get onto this one, if you can. If it's because I know you are swamped at the moment, I know you're doing a lot of work. If you can do that, send it on a message to me so I can see it. Brilliant. And if you can't, don't worry, girl. Just do what you can. I know you're rehearsing and you're doing a lot of different concerts and stuff. Yeah, Katie's a professional singer. She's amazing. I don't know. Maybe you want to shout your YouTube out if you want to. You're more than welcome. Yeah, Katie's done a lot of work, especially singing. She's got a very, very strong ability. So very strong throat chakra and also heart center with that lung capacity. So Temple of Poseidon. Okay. So as you can see, what have I been mentioning about land appearing out of water, right? So can you see that the temple, the golden temple here, is aligned with the sun, the central sun? It says, when the golden age of Atlantis was prepared, the intergalactic council first built the Temple of Poseidon on the sacred heights. The great crystal itself was housed in the temple, which only the highest priest could access. As it shimmered in the sunlight, the general populace looked up at it for inspiration and hope. New beginnings. This card indicates that it is time for new beginnings. Maybe a new concept, idea, or pathway will be presented to you at a much higher level than anything you have previously considered. Therefore, it is suggested that you review every aspect of your life from a higher perspective. Be aware that people will look to you for guidance. So you are called on to act and speak selflessly and with the utmost integrity. Be a guiding light to others. So classic, what I've just been talking about, Katie. Obviously, she's her ability, guiding light, class example. However, I'm going to be honest with you. Think back to, I want to say, last year sometime around the June to sort of September period. Was there an idea or something that you were considering or looking into that you put on hold in the autumn period, so from September on to now? Because this is what this is referring to. There's something that someone has got an idea with that they've been putting off. Because your guides now come in and push me to this side because they want to take center stage, because their message, someone's not listening to their guide. You've had an idea, it could be a business plan, it could be a business strategy, but someone's had an idea here and they're not listening to it. Someone's worried, someone's actually worried what that would mean. Hang on a minute. Yeah, do it, Katie, do it, because this is the thing. People are going to need that kind of uplifting, and you're a portal. Your light and your voice is a portal. Same with Maddie should be getting on that. And this is, she was watching a certain speech yesterday and was too busy questioning me about the speech. I think, and I'll message her later, this is perfect opportunity, because you guys are, you know what I mean? This is a good entertainment, very good, because it's the type of voice you guys have got. You can portal someone into a different reality with that energy. You know what Maddie's voice is like. That's like a freaking pure channel, isn't it? So do it, Katrina. Do it. I'm telling you, this is all systems go. This is not just, Pinkie Pie girl. I was trying to message you. I don't know if you're following my Insta still, but I did try and personal message you on Insta to let you know that this was on now. I'm probably going to try and do it this time on Mondays. Is this a better time for you? Just let me know. Maddie's too known to do live videos. She won't do it. Her management won't allow it. Maybe her management need to have a look at that then, because I'm being told she will do it. I'm being told she will. This is what my guide is telling me, that she will do it. I don't know why she's not. She was very quick to tell me about how people need inspiration at this moment in time. Go on, girl. This is we need everyone we can get. She's a light worker. You're a light worker. I'm a light worker. Everyone in this chat is a light worker in some way. They're just showing their light in a different manner. That's as simple as I can make it. Hi, Pinkie Pie. What's the tea? The tea is that last year you may have had inspiration to do something, and then it was put on hold around the springtime, the autumn time, which would have been around September. The card that was pulled was the Temple of Poseidon, and it's in line with the kind of I made a spring equinox video about land being shown out of water. The Temple of Poseidon is about shining your light. It's about big reveal. It's about that alignment with that galactic sun, that central sun. As you can see from the image, this is like, again, we're birthing a new age. Now, all the water references, the Atlantean references, is about the birthing of the new age, which is Atlantis, if you're not already aware of it, was a point in time when people there was no austerity, there was no greed. It was a very balanced fifth dimensional energy. Yeah, Katie, I'll have a word with her, because I feel like I did chat with her the other day. I don't know why she's not, because she's in her house with her dog, like there's no need I know she's announced. I think it's because she's announced her retirement. I think that's why. Everything has blocked me from to do so, to the point where my camera's broken in the last week, and without a job it's hard to fix them. Right, so if your cameras are blocked, what about your mobile phone? What about your mobile phone? If you really want to, this is, for example, my setup is I've got a webcam, which was about 20 quid, if I'm being totally real with you. And I've got a microphone here, and I've got a light there, and a laptop. Now, obviously, as you get more, because I feel like if you start buying more things when you're not established, then, hence why I get frustrated with my webcam, but it does the job. And obviously, as I develop, I'm hoping to expand, but my technical abilities are not great. Yeah, we don't. There's. Okay, so with the fifth dimension, we have to transition in the current dimension we're in, which is the third dimension. Okay, which is we have very strong light and we have very strong dark. There's an archetype that we are shifting away from. Okay. The type of archetype, Katie, that you've just mentioned, that we're not going to mention the name of, because that energy is of a lower dimension. It's a lower frequency. And we are obviously shifting into a fairer society where people are not slaves to their own, we are effectively, this whole thing here this is why we're birthing into a new age, because the paradigm that we're currently in can't be sustained. It's not fair. There's no equality. There's no balance. That the balance has been removed, which is a part of why this whole kind of paradigm you're seeing. Yeah, thanks, Kate. Let me just thanks for doing that. Yeah, just to give you insight, you're more than welcome, Sawara, to contact me for a reading, but this is for the collective that I'm reading for, because it's not fair if I do one, because everyone's going to be different. Right, Katrina, if, for example, if everything is breaking, if you're finding things, and this goes for everyone, if you find that you are trying to do something and it's not physically letting you, surrender. Because I'll be honest with you, and I'll give you a heads up. Before I started this channel, my laptop broke. I spilt water in this laptop, right? And I think you might be able to remember, Kate, you might be able to remember here. It took me a few weeks to get my laptop sorted, and I had to put the start date back of my YouTube channel, right? There was a reason for it. There was a reason for the date I started. There is a reason for everything. If you are currently in a position, like, for example, Katie and her music channel, she couldn't get onto my YouTube. Katrina and her camera, there is a reason. Spirit are trying to guide you at the moment. If you listen to that, your life will be made easier. It's about surrender. It's about the ebb and flow. Katie, I'll be honest with you, it's up to her. That's up to her. I'll be totally honest with you. I think she needs to at some point get on this. but that's her choice. I can't, you know, if she couldn't see the point I was trying to make about that speech, then I feel like she probably does need to rest, to connect with herself, to kind of understand what I'm trying to say here, and then take a look at it. So, but yeah, if you want to share this video with her, you're more than welcome to. No worries. This is about being a guiding light to others. Now, you don't have to be doing this grand gesturing. You can be just someone that helps a neighbor. But this is the energy we're currently in, because we're being tested at the moment. Okay, so let's have a look what other messages we've got coming in. This is the here we go. So we've got the gratitude. You're right, Kate. Asil, I'm not sure what's going on here, but this is a general live reading. If there is sort of trolling or anything like that, it won't be tolerated, because obviously some people want the help here. Some people that are in the chat want some entertainment, they want some help, and if there's trolling going on, then I'll be removing you myself, just an FYI. So again, just feel free to, because Kate has very, very kindly volunteered time to moderate this chat, and if we keep getting people that are being rude, then I'm not going to tolerate that, because people need the support at the moment, and this is not the time to do it. And spirit watch everything, just FYI. Gratitude. This is about gratitude. This is about acknowledging things that are, for example, I don't know about you, but my food is tasting a whole lot better since we've got into this situation. My food is tasting a whole lot better. Every time I sit down to eat, I'm like, I've got to be thankful, extra super thankful for this. Sawara, I'm doing a general live reading. I'm doing, if you would like a reading yourself, then you can email me. The rates are very, very good for 2 questions. Have a look in the description box for the rates. You're more than welcome to stay and listen to the general messages. But if I start pulling cards for everyone, I'll be here all year, if I'm totally honest with you. Thanks, Katie. Yeah, this is it, Katie. Just, again, I think you're going to get, I mean, look, this is it, isn't it? It's about kind of leveling the playing fields, making things kind of neutral before we do whatever we need to do. Or again, maybe this is just your entertainment. I don't know. Luke. Yeah, it's about practicing gratitude. It says, those who lived in golden Atlantis constantly gave thanks for the opportunity of life on Earth and for their daily experiences. They did not just express their gratitude in thoughts and words. They showed it every moment of the day with happiness, laughter, and zest for living. They put their hearts and souls into everything they did. This attitude of gratitude attracts abundance from the universe. Consequently, the Atlanteans were constantly showered with blessings. Abundance. Gratitude is the purest form of prayer, and it's the key to abundance. Your guidance is to count your blessings and give thanks for that which you wish to receive, as you already have it. This will now unlock the doors to universal bounty. The time is now. Show your thanks by the way you live your life. Thanks, Kate. Yeah, if anyone else wants to volunteer as mod, apparently we're going to need it. Himani, thank you so much for joining us. Pinkie Pie, is that you volunteering? Because we are probably going to need some more mods at some point. Just put your hand up if that's you. Right, here we go. Technology. Here we go. Look, this is what we were just referring to here. And look, can you see in the distance, there's pyramids in the sky? That's a bit interesting. 3 pyramids. Right. It says technology. The Atlanteans possessed computer technology beyond our wildest dreams or imaginings. Crystal technology combined with sound and mind power was used for awesome high-speed transport, heating, lighting, and building. A dome of crystal pyramids over Atlantis provided the grid that protected, powered, and energized the great continent. This was totally safe and did not use fossil fuel. The spiritual hierarchy allowed us to develop technology at this time so that we would have more time for relaxation and spiritual contemplation. This is what's coming. We've got the North Node that's going into Gemini and Sagittarius in May. This is what's on its way. So some people are going to start, with all these technological kind of issues, people are going to start bypassing that as well. So you've got to try and look out. Is this a sign to take me in another direction, because actually there's more technology that's coming in. Because again, if you've got a YouTube channel that you've been trying to do and it's not letting you, is it because you're being maneuvered into another position to do another form of technology that's about to be released? There's going to be a lot of new apps, new things that are going to come in the next year and a half. Katie Schalke, yeah, if you've been cut off, it could be for many different reasons. It's up to you. You can either look back and see what it was that was cutting off. I've just been talking about technology. And also, it's like there's a new, in fact, it could even be, I would have a look in what your North Node is in your astrological chart, because we're about to go into the North Node in May. And this is what it's talking about, technology. And there's going to be a real upgrade in technology, how we're processing things. Now, for people that have been meditating, seeing pyramids, because this connects to Egypt and Atlantis, okay? This is going to connect. It says, the spiritual hierarchy allowed us to develop technology at the time so that we would have more time for relaxation and spiritual contemplation. Planetary responsibility. Do not be over-reliant on technology, but use it to give yourself time for your personal growth. Alternatively, this card may suggest that there are more possibilities in your life that you have yet to develop. That's definite. There's a few people here that are about to have like huge upgrades, 100%. And it's like you're just on the cusp of that. And it's like you're getting ready. Your consciousness is expanding. There's actually 7 pyramids I can see here. It's like they're channeling from these energies. Luke, was that you getting cut off as well? Were you getting cut off as well? Oh, bless you, Katie. Feel free to share it. I mean, thank you for your likes as well. And welcome to all those that I haven't welcomed. Thank you for joining us here. I'm going to pull one more card from the Atlantis deck. Wow, this is insane. Can you see the 12 chakras? This is what we're currently doing. Yeah, Luke, exactly. You did pop into my head when I was talking about that. Okay, thank you, Pinkie Pie. That's very kind of you. It says 12 chakras. It says in Golden Atlantis, every person had 12 chakras and 12 strands of active DNA. When the frequency of Atlantis declined, 5 chakras closed down. Following this, 10 of the strands of DNA, which contain people's evolved psychic and spiritual powers, became dormant and are currently known as junk DNA. We are now called to reactivate the chakras and our full DNA potential. You are reminded that you have enormous untapped spiritual and psychic powers. By relaxing deeply, you can start to activate your cellular knowledge and bring back the wisdom you held in Atlantis. Your guidance is to access this potential. Find time and space to become quiet and still so you can remember who you truly are. Meditation, guys, if you haven't already started to meditate, please have a look into it. Steve Noble's channel is amazing. I would highly recommend you look into his 444 meditation if you haven't already done so. I did that earlier, and it's don't get me wrong, it's a 55-minute meditation, which you might think, what are you trying to do to me here? But it was amazing. I'll be really honest with you. And Luke, I'll be honest with you. Can I just add into this? If anyone has been, can you put your hand up if you've been having headaches? If anyone has been having headaches, can you kind of say, yes, me? Because I want to conduct an experiment here. Now, Luke, I'm doing it you. The reason I'm asking this is if you have had headaches, right, do you have a pentagram, which is a 5-pointed star that you are currently holding in your house? Do you hold? Is that a yes? Okay, so you've had headaches, right? Of those who have been having headaches, have you got pentagrams, 5-pointed stars that you're currently housing in your house, as in maybe necklaces? You have headaches a lot. Okay, I'm going to record a meditation for this, I think, later, because this is we're going to have to go. I mean, look, first of all, if you're going outside and you're getting into the sunlight, that's going to help, right? If you're putting water in your body, that's also going to help. If, let's say, for example, you've followed all your dietary normal advice, which would be eating clean, maybe eating superfoods, and you know for a fact that you've been meditating, you've been outside, you've been grounding, because again, grounding is another one. I will probably do a meditation for that later, because yeah, there's two. This is like, first of all, if you have a 5-pointed pentagram that isn't silver and you've been wearing it and you've been getting headaches, can you do me a favor and take that off and put it to one side and then test to see if your headache goes? Because I'll tell you why in a minute. If you do Steve Noble's meditation, and again, you're still, because this is the thing, not sure if you're aware of this, but the pentagram equates to Uriel, the archangel of the north, and it also equates to the archetype of the sovereign. And as these old paradigms, as these old structures are removed, things are latching on from the old paradigm onto things that we would usually utilize for cleansing, for meditation, to unfortunately unnerve our energy or unbalance our energy. And headaches are a typical symptom of that. Right, Katie. See, this is the thing. It's. I think it's from. I'm trying to phrase this in a way that's not offensive. Yeah. Well, yeah. But there's more to it, Luke. If you do the Steve Noble meditation, you'll understand what I'm saying. The archetype of the pentagram, the 5-pointed star, is the sovereign. So we need to be, I'm going to counteract that. And I know that sounds very cryptic, but Luke's going to understand what I'm talking about. Do me a favor, anyone that, yeah, exactly. Do me a favor, anything that you're watching on television that is drawing you into something where you feel a little bit, just trust your instincts. Just trust your instincts. For example, there was a very famous speech last night that people would have watched in the UK. Not me, because nah. So again, just be aware that I'm trying to. I don't know how many people are aware of this. Okay, let me just put it in a way. They're just spirit just saying, just say it. The archetype of the current person, the female that's in charge of the country, yeah, the queen. Nah, don't watch, don't engage. Now, maybe you're sat there going, well, that sounds really harsh. Why would you say that? She's giving inspiration to the country. There's a little bit more at play than that. If you look back at the War of the Roses, look back at Game of Thrones, look back at how the old social caste was developed, look back at the last time Lilith was in Aries, which we've just had conjunct Chiron. It was actually a time when the social caste changed in the UK and the monarchy were ruling in a different way. People are probably going to listen to this thinking that I'm mad, but I'm just going to be real. There's a control system that we're currently shedding for very good reasons. It's because the austerity in this country is not okay, and it's the same with the world. There is unbalance, there is unfairness, there are people starving, there are people that are being treated as if they're nothing, and there is a class of people, a 1%, that are in charge of that I'm not okay with, and nor is spirit. And this is why, part of the reason why we're currently seeing this collective undergoing this situation. Part of it, not all of it, there's other reasons. Nora, I'm feeling well. How are you? I hope you're doing good. Yeah, so you trust your instincts. If you feel like, oh, that feels a bit like you're harsh, and that's you know, is that necessary? For me, it is very necessary, because they're using the occult in a dark way to manage and control things, and I'm not okay with that, because personally, I think we all have free will and we get to choose. Now, maybe you sit and go, well, this is my soul contract to work through that, and maybe it's not something that I need to be aware of or I need to be doing anything about. And if that's the case, then fair play. But for me personally, I'm not okay with that. Hi, Mama. I know. The Sphinx. Do you remember the card I pulled before that was showing as the Jackal, which looked like the Sphinx? I think people thought it was the Sphinx. This is also tied into Egypt. If you look at how the Egyptian times were ruled, there was a system, and they used the occult. We're shedding timelines here. We're shedding the old Egyptian paradigm, which was extremely unbalanced, and we're shedding another current paradigm, which is that we're in a slave system, which we are. Mama, yeah, basically you're woke, yeah. Mama knows the deal. It's the archetype of that energy which we are blocking, and we are not allowing to maintain what it wants to maintain. Mama's just fair play to Mama. Mama's just said it as it is, you know. It's the archetype, it's the genetic makeup of these people that I'll be honest with you. Look at the War of the Roses and how the ruling classes and how that kind of transpired. If you know about history and you know about how the unofficial history, the ones that haven't been reported as much, the ones that, you know, maybe your intuition would tell you about, you have a look into that, because all is not as it seems. All is not as it seems. There is a closure of a structure here that some are not wanting to release because they know they'll lose control, and it's about money and it's about greed and spirit. Obviously, the lighted realms, those that are more high vibrational, want fairness, they want balance, and there's an archetype, there's a structure here that don't want that. So just be very aware what you're putting your energy around. That's why I'm having to mention this, to give it a balance, because if you've been around a lot of energy, I have to counteract that. That's my job. I can't just sit and pretend rainbows and freaking fluffy clouds 24/7. It's not how it works. As much as I'm a light worker, I'm also working for the truth. So again, if that is offending anyone, I apologize, but it's just the reality that we're in. The Sphinx. Within the Temple of Poseidon, a gigantic statue of the Sphinx guarding the Eastern Gate. Now, the Eastern Gate is Archangel Raphael, who rules the caduceus, and the caduceus is the healing tool. And do you know, the Eastern Gate also rules the color green, which is the heart chakra. This is a fight for our heart chakra. This is a fight for our truth, okay? This is a fight for our enlightenment and our freedom. This is about freedom. This is about people releasing themselves finally from control. Yeah, that's a good question, Katie. Did anyone else just get loads of flashes on the screen? Katie, you need to inbox me afterwards, because I'm going to have to do a little healing on you, I think. Someone doesn't want you hearing what I'm saying. Let me just, and what I need to do is I need to establish if it's, you know, for a good reason or no. Nora, I actually wholeheartedly agree, but we have to balance that with truth also. There's no point just avoiding the reality of what some are going through, because some people have to consciously shift as well. It's all well and good working behind the scenes with the light, but if we're not exposing that in a conscious level, then we have to maintain a balance. It's all well and good kind of focusing on healing, but you can only go as high as you've gone in deep, you know. So when we're going through our shadow work, this is a part of that. We're talking, we're in the shadow here. No. You don't have to worry. It's not about that. It's you didn't do anything wrong. That's the point. You didn't do anything wrong. So yeah, Nora, it's great to kind of focus on how high we can evolve and develop, but we can only go as high as we've gone deep in the shadows. And now you might sit there and go, well, this is not for me. I can't go into the shadows. Are you meant to, or are you not meant to? That's up to you to find out, isn't it? For me personally, to understand everything and walk what my guides call the gold line, which is a perfect balance between both light and dark, because you've got to understand both sides of the coin. Otherwise you don't understand a lot. And I'm going to just be very real with you there. Yeah, mama, I agree, hun. I agree. Well, Luke, at least we've got right, they don't want me talking about this. But my spirit guides are saying we want you talking about this, but someone else doesn't. I'm on YouTube. Make of that what you will. Make of that what you will. It's about intention as well. If you have an intention to raise the consciousness and to speak from truth, then that's also, that holds weight. It is, mama. It is. A lot of it is that. It's also, in my opinion, DNA. If you have got DNA that links into that lineage, then they can also control through that as well. I'll be honest with you, we conducted an experiment yesterday via the specifics. Let's say the situation yesterday that was televised, we conducted an experiment. I conducted an experiment during that time. I believe it's to do with the DNA of because you've got to remember the people that are in, let's say, that have that ancestry, have that lineage, are going to be linked because we're all connected. So it's not just fear now. It's like they're relying on other things. We do need to teach mindfulness, but I'm not talking about 0 point. To get to 0 point, sometimes you have to wade through the mud. Otherwise, what's the point, you know? This group today, and I'm going on the basis of my guides, maybe next video we'll be teaching mindfulness. Maybe next video we'll be looking at the mindfulness side of things. But this video we're not. Sorry about that. It's not up to me. I'm not God. I'm just listening to these lot. I don't know what else to say there. If I'm being told to talk about a certain thing, I have to honor it, because who am I to sit and say to my guide, excuse me, can you just shush now, because we don't want to listen to that. Because you've got to be open to both sides of the coin. Otherwise, what's the point? It's about looking at the whole. Yes, Mama, we are. We're transitioning into 5th dimension, the light. Essentially, what's going on is people are being liberated. That's essentially what's going on. And because of that liberation, there's a certain element that are not happy with that. There's a certain element that are not happy with that, because obviously they, you know, it is what it is. It's just not something that people don't want people to have a freedom, because then what happens then with the control? They lose it. 100%, Nora, 100%. And it's about building in everyone's individual perspective. So, for example, there's 10 of us on here, and 10 of us would have individual perspectives that can help each other to understand the whole picture as well. Because that's also very important, because we're one fragment, or we're 10 fragments of one collective consciousness. So you'll probably find that everyone has an individual viewpoint here that is going to help each other to build into a bigger picture. Because don't forget, we're co-creating in the 4th dimension. We're currently, this gateway of 444 was the age of Aquarius, that fourth dimension of co-creation. So we're transmuting and we're shifting, alchemizing that kind of lower energy and our DNA, because don't forget, it's not just in a macrocosmic level, it's in a microcosmic level with our bodies, our surroundings, our energy, our auras, and then the wider society and this chat as well. Nora, I feel like you're not, this is the thing, your lineage, from where I'm reading, is of the East. Your lineage is of the East. My lineage is of the West and the East. So do you understand what I'm trying to say by that? So the lineage that you're linking in with, you're connecting with your DNA. At this moment, our DNA strands are being activated, right? So what's currently going on is we are being connected to our ancestry for a very good reason. So, for example, my ancestry, which I'm not going to go in full about, because I'm not letting anyone know my ancestry unless I trust them. And not to say I don't trust you, but I don't trust YouTube. Sorry. I have ancestry from Asia and also this area of the world, which is the Western world. So I've got 2 strands of DNA that are currently being activated and meeting into the middle, because there's a reason to combine that. Okay, so Nora, your DNA strands means that from the Eastern, because you're obviously, let's say, I'm not going to give a country that you're from, but let's say you're more Asian in your ancestry. And if I'm right in saying that, it means that you're activating the more Eastern ancestry, the tribalism, the natives, the shamanic side, okay, to bring out the wisdom from your lineage to end up sort of balancing this world out. Now, this is not just you, this is everyone. Okay, but Nora, your lineage, so you're from Germany, your whole lineage is German, is it? And there's no other lineage you've got apart from German? Because I'm not picking up that. I'm picking up you've got Eastern lineage. Your DNA is from Asia. Just saying. Right, so exactly. So what you're focusing on is your Eastern lineage. You're being opened up in that area. There's people here who are Western lineage, for example, UK, America, natives, the Celts, the Nordics, their lineage is being opened up at this time. And I'm talking about that lineage with the current control system. That's why this is appealing to them, and this is why I'm talking about that. There is going to be a different element and a different piece of information for the more Eastern genetic side of things, because your ancestry doesn't link, as far as I'm seeing, to what I'm saying, which is possibly why you're saying, why are you focusing on that? Why are you focusing on that? Because I have to, because this is a problem here. If, in case you hadn't realized, the West of the world is where our asses are getting kicked. And so I have to look out for everyone, because that's my job. So I know you might not want to listen to that, but I have to look out for people. That's why I'm here. Sadera, Han, hope you're doing well. Your videos have been keeping me entertained. Thank you. I like your videos. Keep going with that. I'm like, I like these videos. I haven't looked into that yet, but I'm actually due to film a video on certain things after this. The actual hertz, the frequency of what that is operating under, the 5G towers is operating under, is the same frequency as fifth dimension frequency. So we do, theoretically, we would have to have a balance. But I personally, from what and I haven't dug into this yet, my understanding is it scans for DNA and it scans for identity, the 5G towers, my understanding, but I haven't checked that information yet. Whether or not that's true. Now, my guides seem to say that that's not true. But there's a very well-known, very famous Eastern herbalist who's very, very well respected, who seems to think this is scanning people's DNA. Now, my guides keep saying to me no. But what I'll probably do is I'll dig into that a little bit more, because I know there's a lot of concern over it. Yeah, Katrina, exactly. Let's dig. That's exactly right. There's a time here where we're being put on pause, okay? So in order to kind of really understand everything on every level, it's very important to sort of pull that energy back in, because then if we're looking at within and understanding us, we can understand everything. And part of us is, we're not just light. If we were just light, we wouldn't be here. We're in a meat suit. We're a soul living in a physical reality. We're currently transitioning into the 4th dimension, into the 5th dimension. And so we have to be aware of every element of that, in my opinion, because otherwise, how are you supposed to know where to go? If you can't see certain things, how are you supposed to know which direction you're going in? For me personally, I'd be wandering around, this is why, to cover this up and to lead with that is very important. Yeah, New Zealand, you guys are cooking. I feel like you guys are one of my first boyfriend actually now has moved to New Zealand. The energy out there has always been lovely. I really do like New Zealand. It's I agree with you. There is a weird energy over there. I'm actually in agreement there. Does anyone know the antipode of New Zealand? That would be interesting to look into if you're in New Zealand. There's something about the land that's I don't know if you can research this, but the way they're, because I'll be honest with you, I'm a geo-empath, so I pick up on the land, right? And I've got shamanic roots on one side of my family, both sides, they're correcting me. There's something about how the land lays. Now, it could be that you've got, I don't know why they're saying this, but there's a basin. You're going to see the structure of your land in New Zealand change. There's a shifting of that. There's a depth. I want to go to the kind of east of where you're I feel like it's the top island. I'm going to the east here. You might get a new island to the east of where you are. Can you let me know? I don't know if it's going to be immediate. I feel like between now and the next year, possibly. Amam, I'm doing a general reading. Like I said, I don't know what kind of question it is, but we're doing a general reading at the moment, as general as we can make it, because I'm trying to be fair with people. But yeah, I don't know, maybe the question is going to be for everyone. Yeah, let me know, Mama. Let me know. We've got crystal skulls here as well. Okay, we've got crystal skulls. And as you can see, the moon is in the background. Right, Amam, if you'd like a personalised reading, my information is in the description box. You can book in with me. We're doing a collective general reading at the moment. So we're not doing individual reads, all right? So at the moment, obviously, it is the 6th. Today is the full moon. All right, guys? So if you feel drawn to, by all means, put your crystals out in the moonlight. Make sure that they have been charged, and obviously if you haven't already charged them and set the intention for them, that would be useful. Make sure that they're being cleansed in the moonlight. Personally, I'm putting water outside today to charge under the full moon. Now, we've got to remember the full moon is Libra. It's currently in Libra, and today's full moon will be in Libra. It's going to recalibrate us emotionally, the moon being the emotions. With the water you put out, maybe you've got one of those flasks that have a crystal that you can put inside the flask to then charge the crystal and the flask of water. That would be amazing. But if you are, because I'm putting my Lemurian quartz into the water. That's personally how I'm doing it. But if you're going to do that, make sure, number one, that the crystal is clean, and number two, that the crystal is not porous, because then it's probably going to ruin the crystal. Oh, thanks, Kate. That's a recommendation. Now, again, it's just going to supercharge your crystals, especially with the energy we've got with the moon at the moment. Because don't forget what we've just had. We've had the Seven Sisters meeting Venus on the 3rd. We've had the 444 portal on the 4th. Now we've got a gap. It's like the dust is settling. And then now we've got this Libra moon it's a recalibration. Don't forget, Libra is the scales of justice. Libra is light and dark. Libra is the 7th house, 7 chakras. What did we just have? The seven stars, 7 colors of the rainbow, so it's like we're recalibrating all over again. It's like if you've had a wobble, let's say from the 3rd and the 4th, there was a gap yesterday. Maybe yesterday was a bit frustrating for you. Maybe you could have felt like you were banging your head against a brick wall. Today, allow the energy just to kind of, I'm hearing, trickle down. So there's definitely a release here that's coming in. But the crystal skulls would obviously refer to that. It says, during Golden Atlantis, 13 life-size quartz skulls are fashioned using technology currently beyond our comprehension. 12 of these were advanced computers into which leaders of the 12 tribes recorded the history and knowledge of their region. The 13th was a higher frequency amethyst skull containing all the information of Atlantis and is no longer in physical form. When humanity raises its vibration, it will rematerialize to assist the energy of Atlantis to return. Yes, the unknown. Your guidance is that there is mystery waiting to unfold for you. Much is yet unknown. Perhaps new information is yet to come for you, or old memories or ancient wisdom may surface to your conscious awareness. Meditation would help you to facilitate this. Be cautious about making a decision for you. Do not have the whole picture. So someone here, again, can you see she's actually got the full moon behind her there? if you're trying to do magic, I'm going to just give it, someone's trying to do magic. Someone's playing with something here. I can feel it. Now, you don't have to sit and go, yeah, that's me. But someone's trying to push something through here. Personally, I wouldn't do that. And the reason I'm saying I mean, you feel free to do it. I mean, obviously it's your free will, isn't it? But from where, from coming from someone who's done magic in past lives, and I've witnessed the knock-on effect of that, I would say don't do it. No, I know, hon. But someone is thinking about doing something. It's a ritual. I'm just seeing a ritual being, and it's, I don't know if it's and this is the thing, people go, oh yeah, but the intention's good. Probably the intention is good, but don't do it. Whatever you're thinking of doing, I wouldn't do that. And don't worry if you've already done it either, because we're not talking about when you've done it in the past. We're talking about now. Healing. Healing. It says in Golden Atlantis, people were natural healers, but those who were specially gifted were trained to become clear channels for the divine energy. They worked in the healing temples in the early days. Healer priests only needed to balance the chakras, but later, as karma started to accrue, people needed more help to stay healthy. Sound, color, geometric shapes, herbs and crystals were used to facilitate healing. Laser light pass-through crystals were used for psychic surgery. Be a healer. This card reminds you there are people who need your help, so it's time to develop, hone, or practice your healing abilities. It also, and I'm someone's just given me the name of the person as well. You're going to know immediately who I'm talking about, and if it's you, you're going to know it's you as well. But just an FYI, it also suggests that you need a boost of spiritual Reiki or emotional healing to raise your light levels. Yes, amen, exactly. You can do healing in many different ways. It can be via the throat chakra. You could be a singer, you could be a speaker, you could be a writer, you could be a channel. In this sense, you could be writing books. It's whatever equates to you. What are we doing next, Spirit? I'm going to go to the enchanted map. My guy just said, not yet. And then they're arguing with each other now. And they just said, keep going. All right, then. I'm just going to listen to what you're telling me here. Right. What else? What do we need to know here? What do we need to know? Someone's desperate to get some insight here because these cards are flipping. Stormfields. Let's link in with this energy here, see what they're going to show us. Someone's been given a heads up by their guides not to take a certain route. It feels like this is around kids. Take the other route. Someone's trying to plan something around children here. And it's like Spirit saying, no, take the other route. Now, this is not to say this is coming, this is coming. This is to say the other route is not going to be as smooth as what you think it is. Yeah, Mama, exactly. And this is the energy we need at the moment, especially if you're being called to do that. Someone's solar plexus chakra is needing to be looked at. Eat anything yellow. Maybe look into cleansing solar plexus chakra. That rules willpower and confidence. If you feel like your willpower is being kind of detoured, or you've had a loss of confidence, I'd be looking into doing a chakra recalibration. And solar plexus it's like, I mean, I feel like this is being upgraded in us, if I'm totally honest with you. So I feel like we need to keep on it. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. They've been shoving bananas down my throat, which are yellow. I woke up with, my old, because I don't smoke anymore, but my old banana flavored vape liquid, which I didn't even use, which was just there staring at me. And it's like they want me to eat bananas. And then now they're showing me the solar plexus. Have a look into that. It's like that's evolving. We've got balancing act. Number 11. We're still in this portal of balance. All right. So if you are wanting to remove any, I don't know, routine or kind of any anything you feel like your addictions and anything like that, this is going to really aid you to work with that, or work. Thank you for your likes, by the way. There's 11 people in here, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, we've got some synchronicities going on there. It's like a portal, light and dark. We have to walk straight in the middle, the gold line. My guys have called it walk the gold line for years, and that's one of my tasks is to do that. So where is your gold line? Where is your balance? Are you in that at the moment? Are you so in the, you know, in the rainbow and love and light that you haven't looked at the shadow? Or are you so in the shadow that you haven't looked at the light? Because this is about this yin and yang. When we're dealing with the third dimension, and we're kind of transitioning into the fifth dimension, the yin and yang is a kind of visual of that, really. And it's about merging those two. So the balancing act is about that. It's the spirit are, hence why I went into that earlier, because spirit are like, we have to shine a light 360 degrees around us, above and below us. We got to be eyes everywhere here, because that gives us awareness, isn't it? You know, and that is truth. That's how do I explain it? It's like liberation. When you have that, when the light is being shone and the information is being brought to light, that's liberation. That's true freedom, isn't it? Hey, Katie. Right, let's have a look. Magic stream. Magic stream. So this is about healing. This is about tapping into an energy stream of, I'm hearing pure abundance. Okay. So this is, there's something about this energy here. Can you see the 1 and the 8 and the moon in the background again? Right. And you've got the 3 birds flying off in the distance that have gone from that tree on that right at that top. Now, the tree of life is a sustenance of the death and rebirth cycle. And this is, again, we're transitioning out of that. No worry, hun. Katie, you do whatever you need to do. If you need to be rehearsing, you need to do, you know, whatever you need to do, that's fine. Yeah. As you can see, the tree that's perched right on the top, this is about, can you see, look at how precarious it's balanced there. This is about life growing out of the uncertainty, life growing out of the chaos, life growing against all odds. I mean, look, and can you see the birds have just fled from that tree? Now, can you see the balance as well? And we've got the heron. So out of all the chaos, I mean, look, that top part there looks very precarious. But look at what it's birthing. It's birthing a magic stream. It's birthing something that is miraculous. It's an infinite pool of energy. And again, with the water, ride the wave. It's that kind of, the water is the baptism energy. It's that transmutation energy. So Jada, what we're doing a general reading at the moment. Okay, so this is the collective of whoever's watching this live, both now and in the future. It's, if the message comes in, great, and if you would like a personalized reading, please by all means contact me. We can do a personalized reading and you know, look into that. But at the moment this is general, because again, if I do messages for everyone, I'll be here for the next 16 hours, and girl, we got other things. There's other people that kind of want assistance, and there's only one of me, so I apologize. Thanks, Kate. So yeah, this is tapping into that pool of energy. Jada, we've also, if you want to have a look into your astrological sign, I don't know if you've got Scorpio in your chart, but there's something that I've filmed already, a video for you that you need to watch. Check your sun, moon, ascendant, and have a look at the video titles. If you're drawn to it, you may get a message in that, because my guides are telling me there's a message in there for you already. Otherwise I would have gone into that. I'm just listening to I'm the middle dude, basically. I'm just listening to these guys. They're in charge. So yeah, you're a Scorpio. Have a look into the Scorpio reading, because there's a message in there for you. Right, magic stream. Can you see? And the heron is about new life, is about abundance. Now, can you see as well, we've got this bog. We've got this grass that's grown up. Now, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this, but there's a faint rainbow in the back there as well. There's a very faint rainbow that's in the back. So obviously 1 and the 8, which is the 18 card, is also a 9. Jada, as well, you're very blocked around your head, your crown chakra area. You could be having extreme headaches, but you're overthinking. Tune into the heart center and meditate. Try and do a chakra cleanse around the crown chakra. So yeah, there's a rainbow in the back, and obviously the 7 colors of the rainbow, the 7 chakras. We're talking about alignment here. Yeah, Jada, this is the heart. I would be looking at heart chakra. So an overall chakra cleanse would be really good for you. You do, honey, I can feel you. I'll be honest with you, that's a lot. And the problem when it is, and this goes for anyone, if you're overthinking so much and you're not tuning into your heart, you're going to miss stuff. Because it's like, there's definitely a message in there for Scorpio, as I say, for you, Jada. We all have, Mama. We all have. And this is the thing, we're all going through this. We're in a tunnel. We're in a birthing. It's like a birthing tunnel, birthing process. Stacey, thank you for reporting that. If anyone else is having issues with the feed that are cutting in and out, first of all, if you're on a mobile device, I would maybe sort of try and, go out of that app and back in. And if it continues, it may well be that there's something either you're not meant to hear yet, because everything is given at the right time. Everything is given in divine timing. Stacey, as well, your left, I'm getting all kinds of information now. Someone's left ear is blocked, that your guides can't get through. So your feminine, it's your feminine. Someone needs to recalibrate their feminine. Yeah, Kate's a Scorpio as well. I'm a Scorpio moon. We've got quite a few Scorpios here, so don't know why I'm doing that. Thanks, Kate. Mama, you're a Virgo. Yeah, Virgos. So you are the healer. Virgos are the healer. The hermit is finding the light, is the one that understands how to find the light. So look at this moon here. You might also, guys, feel better after this full moon. It's like there's a purge that's about to happen that we're currently in. We're in this like bubble at the moment. It's like we've gone through all these weird upgrades and we're about to birth out. So again, check out for the headaches, or again, maybe shifting. Your ascendant, is that your ascendant, Sedera? My sister's ascendant is Scorpio as well. I've got a Scorpio moon. I know there's a few people on here that have got very strong Scorpio elements. I've also got my Sagittarius, my Saturn is progressed in 8th house. My North Node's in 8th house as well. So yeah, I've got a lot of Scorpio in my chart here. Moon, as you can see, the full moon, we've got the Devic Kingdom there. We've got the Devic Kingdom there. That is, I'm hearing she's assessing. Someone is viewing emotionally a damage. Someone is reviewing emotionally a damage. Oh, bless you. Yeah, everyone's having issues with their technology. Oh, don't worry, Sedera. The technology is a bit of an issue at the moment. I feel like we're going to have some very interesting technological advances coming out in the next couple of months. Someone's about to go through, especially the feminine elements of ourselves, a balance. This is about recalibration, and the moon is the feminine as well, because I'm getting, there's a lot of guides that are trying to get through to you lot, and it's like they're all stepping in, giving their insights. Well, Jada, this feels like a message for you, honey. This feels like a message for you. Whenever you're feeling like that, surrender. And what I mean by that is you're holding on. Let it go. And it's not to go, I'm just going to, let this go and I don't care anymore. This is to say, I've got to honor myself here, and I've got to pull my energy back, and I've got to just nourish me, nurture me, honor me. My kind of cup that I'm giving out needs to come back to me at some point, because there needs to be a balance. Don't forget the Ace of Cups, that goblet that you give. You have to give to yourself in equal measure. Otherwise, then what happens? And if your left side, which is your feminine, which is your emotions, which is your intuition, is out of balance, the surrender side of you're probably more in a masculine side, which is that, without being disrespectful, it's more kind of assertive, more control based, more, and that's just the nature of it, which is why we're equal, masculine and feminine. Well, that's the ideal. So Jada, it's about going into that. Don't go around it. Now, a lot of people go, oh, just observe the feeling. Just observe the feeling. That's lovely. But why are you observing it? Because if you haven't gone into it and sat, and I'm not going to lie, this is not easy. If you've got healing to do, that's brave, very, very brave to sit and go, I'm going to walk into this and just honor that, because you're basically putting yourself in a very vulnerable position to receive, and you're opening your energy up to kind of expel and release what needs to go. Personally, it's extraordinarily liberating and it's very useful. And again, there's a very strong divide in the spiritual community. Oh no, you have to observe, you have to observe. Brilliant, but that doesn't always work for these kind of emotional healings. Now, if you're like me and a few other healers, you'd have been pushed through the ringer. Not gonna lie, you'd have been absolutely ripped apart probably at times. You've got to go back through that, and it's like a match being lit. If that's not being burnt out, where's that energy going? It's being held. We need to release all of it. And the only way you can do that is to sit and go, right, okay, I can feel that now. To heal it is sometimes to feel it. All right. All right, moonlight. What else we got here? What else can you tell us, Spirit? My left ear's going insane. Need to ground. We need to ground here. This is for a few of you. There's definitely some need to ground. It's like we're too interconnected with the energies that we've gone through. Just make sure you're earthing, putting feet on the floor, grounding that energy. Walking around barefoot is very helpful, but also you're visualizing your roots going into the earth, and asking Gaia if that's something that is okay, because we also have to make sure that, yeah, look, when there's a balance, this can come in, the wishing well, abundance. What's going on here is, and this counts for a few of you, if we're not in a balanced state and we're only in the light and not in the dark, we're not honoring the dark, we're not understanding the dark, we can't see the dark, how can you expect a whole? How can you expect all of your abundance if you're only in one element, one part? It doesn't work like that. You have to ebb and flow, you have to maneuver. And it doesn't mean holding on for, and I get it, because sometimes it is very difficult to kind of hold on, and you've got to trust, haven't you? This is about trusting upstairs and saying, okay, well, I feel like I need to kind of release this, surrender this a minute, let me just surrender it and feel it out. And then sometimes we've got to go into our more masculine side and sort of maneuver through it and direct it. But this is about adaptability. And look at what's going on. This is again, the external environment that we see is a reflection of what we should be looking at. So if you're sat there going, I can't find love, I can't find love, have you found it in yourself? I don't like talking about darkness, have you looked at your own darkness? I only want to talk about the light, have you acknowledged your own light? You've got to remember there's a message in everything, especially at the moment. And Spirit are going, we're showing them, but they're not listening. We're showing them everything they need to know, but they're not listening. Now, you might sit there and go, well, this is a lot for me to take on. You don't need to run. We're in a pause situation. We're in a quarantine situation for a reason, because people have overlooked so many things that it's like people are trying to run before they can walk. And it's like, let's get the basics first. Let's take a second at a time. Let's try and understand what we're being shown first. Then we can evolve. Then we're in our power. We're in our sovereignty, with sovereignty of self. We are defending sovereignty of self. This is what this is all about. This is about us being free. This is not about the old system of control. And even me, you might sit there and go, she's talking absolute rubbish. Don't listen then, because you have a right to not, to understand how you feel. You have a right to choose how you feel. You have a right to go through different things. I'm not God, otherwise I wouldn't be here. I'm the same as you lot. I've got to learn as well. I'm also in a learning position, because look, for me personally, people are not going to believe this, but I have a bit of an ego. Like, sorry, I do. My son is in the 5th house. So, and I've got my North Node is in Leo, so I have to understand that as well. And look, to be honest with you, I definitely think I'm usually always right, which is a problem in itself. I have to heal that. because I can't always be right. I'm a human. Until I have transitioned into, you know, where I need to go next, I'm living a human experience, and I can't possibly always be right, which is why I always say, trust yourself, understand yourself. I'm trying to give you insight so you can discern your own path, because that's liberation and true freedom. Yeah, look. So we've got the mountain here. Okay, can you see the light is being shone into the things that maybe not are, people are not, are as can't even talk. Someone needs to let this out. Someone needs to let this out. Someone has been holding back, suppressing language. Yeah, someone has been holding back their truth. Why are you not talking your truth? Why are you not saying what you need to say? You have a right to express yourself. As long as you're not harming other people, as long as you're not hurting other people, and you're not doing it in a horrible manner, what's the harm, you know? What else can you tell me here? What else can you tell us here? What do we need to know here, guys? What does everyone need to know here? Yeah, look, this is really important at the moment. We've got the dry desert again. You must make sure you're nurturing yourselves. You absolutely must. And what I mean by that is, if you're used to sitting in front of a TV all day, every day, and then you go to bed feeling empty, that's not the way. All right. If maybe you're meditating 5 minutes a day and you're still not feeling great, extend it and see how you feel. You know, if you're eating rubbish all the time, change up that kind of habit and see how it feels. Now, okay, I get it. A lot of people are going to want to stick to habitual things at this moment in time because it's the fear of the unknown. Personally, I want to just run into it. That's my Scorpio moon side coming out. Well, I just want to run into it. I love it. Because it means you can co-create then. Because when there's an unknown, it means there's a neutrality, which means you can put what you want on it, which means you can manifest. Now, this is not going to be for everyone, because look, at the moment, the idea is, the plan is to go back, resolve things, top yourself up, look after yourself first. When you're ready and there's a balance there, this is what they're trying to tell us with the full moon and the last two energies that we've had over the 3rd and the 4th of April. When you're ready and you're at that 0 point, you're walking the gold line, then you're ready to co-create. You're then ready to co-create, because you're at 0 point. Because at 0 point, you can do anything. This is about, and we're in the 4th dimension. You can pretty much dictate what you want next. That's the beauty of all this, that people are still not getting, and there's a fear that's overclouding that. And I get it. It's again another message from the universe to say, look at this, don't get swept up in it. That's when you observe. All right, that's the type of example you observe, but you go within. Where is the fear within you? What are you fearing? Is it a wound that you're shedding? Is it karmic? Is it a past life that is? Because don't forget, we've got a lot of past lives that are merging into this current timeline, because when you're transitioning into 5D, there is linear time doesn't exist, which means to go from linear time into something that is, you know, we're in the past, present, future all at once. Timelines have to kind of collapse into themselves, which is why at the moment people are picking up on past fears, past lives, current lives, you know. So it's like we're getting a heads up what we need to look at. Now, it could be you're sat there going, yeah, but I'm really scared of the dark. So what I would be doing is that's exactly what I'd be doing. Like, for example, I used to have a fear of cats, and I ended up befriending one because I wanted to see what happened. Now, that seems a bit strange, but I mean, it helps. Sunshine, hi. Hi, Sunshine, welcome. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're looking after yourself. Let's see, what else do we need to know, guys? Yeah, thanks, Spirit. Look at that. Jack! Jack! you have to message me. Oh my goodness, bless you. Thank you so much for coming in. We need to talk. I haven't spoken to you for a long time. Message me after this and we'll have a chat. I want to make sure you're all doing well, all of you. Hey, bless you. Yeah, I think Poppy's been trying to get hold of me as well. I definitely do need to speak to you guys. I hope you're doing well. I hope your dad's well as well. Hope your mum and dad are well. Sunshine, we're not doing individual readings, we're doing general at the moment. If a message comes up for you, which it could well do, then great. If you are, you're basically an Aries, I do have an Aries video up on my channel. Thank you, Kate. So yeah, it's basically demonstrating. So Jack, yeah, basically I'm reading the cards, Jack. I'm reading the cards. I gave your mum a set of cards, actually. She's got one of my sets of cards. Yeah, I hope you're all doing well. I hope Alex is doing well as well. Right, so as I was talking about, we've got into the unknown here. We've got into the unknown. So this is what Spirit's saying. It's like they're talking here about oh, hang on a minute. It's like, can you see if she's got the rainbow behind her? Again, look, there's another rainbow. Yeah. She's trusting her instincts for the first time. And they're trying to give you encouragement to trust your instincts. Someone is not trusting their instincts. Someone is avoiding the information their guide is giving them because they don't want to hear the information. I'm hearing they're scared. You must trust. Again, maybe you're at the point where you don't understand how to kind of utilize, what to trust and what not to trust. Then you have to, personally, I would be getting into meditation to sort of understand that. Yeah, look, this is exactly it. So they're talking here about cleaning house. So this is about the self. This is about the self. So we've got cleaning house here, and can you see there's a cat sat on the window as well, which is actually quite funny. But she's looking out the window, and it looks like everything's bare and everything's. If you're only viewing life in that way, the issue is within. I'm going to just be real with you. If you are struggling to understand what all this is about, go within. If you cannot find the light, go within. Everything that you are ever going to need is within you, without shadow of a doubt. Oh, Jack, bless you. Well done for doing your homework. Well done for doing it. That's very good. Good for you. I think that's very, very important to sort of keep on this. How are you getting on? Is your dad all right? I hope your dad's doing well. Yeah, just Jack, don't worry too much. I know you're probably don't worry too much. All right. Things are going to sort of rebalance themselves out, Jack. All right. So just take it a day at a time, and just obviously listen to what your dad's telling you, and you know what I mean. Jack is my godson. Right, so deep freeze in reverse. So this is about coming out of that. All right. Deep freeze in reverse. So this is about a time, a frozen point. Again, something that is. We're coming out of an age that is. And you, honey. Thanks, Jack. That's very sweet of you. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad everyone's doing well. And you, hon, have a good day. Take care. Yeah, this is about coming out of that. Again, it's this old paradigm. It's like kind of maneuvering out of something that was previously stuck. We're shifting into something that is more fluid. We've got the unexpected visitors here. They're telling me here it's like you're something that you're not expecting. It's like someone's going to welcome something in that you're actually not expecting here. That's a bonus. It's like you're going to shift your focus onto something that is going to bring something new in. It's like you're going to surrender to something and it's going to open up a door. and it could be to do with love, but it's like someone's about to surrender something, and because of that, because they showed willing, the universe is going to pay them as if to say thank you for trusting us. You've got to trust, because I feel like you're going to start seeing some insane things when you start doing that. Energy Oracle cards, Sandra and Taylor. Let's dive in. I know we're at 1 hour 24, but let's see. Thank you. We've got 9 viewers and 9 likes. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much. We've got a man holding a heart in the reverse. Could be a love situation here. Could be a third party. Because we've got bottom of the deck community. Man holding a heart. Underneath that, financial constraints. Yeah, look, the third chakra, which is the solar plexus in the reverse. Guys, if you haven't already looked into that, definitely look into sort of real chakra recalibration. The third chakra, again, solar plexus, it's someone's it's willpower and control. It's that is needing to be recalibrated. Don't worry, that's fine. So I'm just reading a message, and I don't know if they can hear me or not. Thank you for the likes. That's very kind. And now we've got a woman holding a coin in the reverse. Someone's concerned here. Again, it's money and control. They're just saying, let it go. Let it go. If you've been relying on money from someone, or you're expecting money, it's like, they're just saying, I feel like if you're just only viewing that one thing, send it upstairs. Don't sort of focus on it, because I feel like this is a test. It's like, leave it, because if you're focused on one thing, it's like you're pushing that away. It's like an energetic kind of block that's been created here. What else? So we're going to do maybe another 10 more minutes, possibly less, maybe pull a few more cards, and then that'll be it for today. So we've got strategy here. Someone may not be trying to work through finances. They could be confused about how to manage it. They could be confused about how to monitor it. Spirit is saying you're focusing on the lack, focus on organization, how you can improve this, and then put it down. Because it's like the more you're focusing on it, the more you're pushing that energy away. Wow, I've got 11 likes. That's awesome. 11 viewers and 11 likes. The synchronicities. Yeah. They're saying put it down, walk away. Walking away. Yeah, look, walking out the gate. This is about control. It's about an old paradigm. Someone has to take a leap of faith here. Someone knows they've got to do something around the practical area, and they're not doing it. And again, bottom of the deck, man holding a coin. Now, this could be someone owes you money. This could be, I don't know, child maintenance. It could be that maybe you're waiting to get paid from someone. Maybe you haven't. I feel like if there's a block in this area, they're trying to direct you into another area to put the focus there, to start an abundant measure and sort of building money in that way. There's a business idea someone's also got that they're not putting into practice, and you need to have a look into that, because someone's had a business idea but hasn't started it yet, because they're not, again, solar plexus chakra is blocked. There's a blockage here, because you're not sure if you can do it. There's a lack of confidence in the self. Yeah, look, again, they're reiterating this again. Third chakra. I'm not sure if you can see that because it's in the reverse. But this is Archangel Chamuel. So call upon Archangel Chamuel to help you release that. But this is a little bit of a block. My guys seem to say there's a bit of a block in the collective here. I'm just listening to what they're saying, because this keeps coming up. This is the third time this has come up, this card. Release the need for change. If you're sat going, when is this going to be lifted? When are we coming out of quarantine? When? I feel like this is going to go very slow for you, because it's like you're asking when the universe is going to correct itself, but actually it's dependent on how people are acting, if I'm being totally honest with you. And so what you're asking is, you're asking why everyone else is not acting in a certain way. So again, when it comes to that, you have to pull it back in and go, why am I not acting in a certain way? Because everything is a reflection of you and what it's trying to show you. And again, you might sit there and go, what? So even if someone's been beaten up or someone's been done this, not the other, yes, because the chances are you may have neglected something in you. And that this is coming from someone who used to get the shit kicked out of them at school. Like, I'm not even going to sit and lie to you, because I really did. And it wasn't just one or two people. Like, do you know what I mean? Anyone who knows me from the younger days will attest to that information, right? To be honest with you, it made me stronger. And I know that sounds brutal, but think about, look what I'm doing now. If I didn't have, you know, that strength to kind of just speak my truth, or be in a certain position to speak how I need to speak, how can I get my point across? I had to go through certain things in order to get to this point. And you'll start piecing together parts of your life that were drawing you up to this point and what you're here to do, because it's a big reflection of one and the same thing. But because we're in this time now, we're able to see that. Whereas before, because we were too busy going to work, we were too busy in the pub, we were too busy doing this, everything is being reflected on us to acknowledge it, to rectify everything that needs to be rectified, and to move forward in a new path. And this goes for everything, which is why I'm going to be totally honest with you. When I see bad behavior, like I had, I had a lady, and I did say to her, do you mind if I talk about this? And she said, that's absolutely fine. She got beautiful energy, absolutely beautiful energy, the most amazing, lovely woman you'll ever meet in your life. She got robbed. She was trying to help a friend, and this woman robbed her house, right? 400 quid worth of money robbed. And this woman was sat there going, but I don't understand. I'm saying, because you're a healer and look at what's going on. There's a recalibration going on. This is it's trying to distract you, to stop you from doing your healing. Don't let it. This is the opposite now you've got to do. Just keep, you're onto something. Because if they're trying to, and like sometimes you can sit and go, yeah, but how do you know if it's a block in that way? And how do you know if it's not a block? Because if you know your life path and you know you've done your shadow work, you've done all of that kind of depth of understanding, then you're going to know what you're here to do. And if you don't, you're going to have an instinct. And if that is in line with that at this present moment, keep going. Keep going. Don't let it stop you. You have to keep going. It's the same in this situation, what we're in. If you're stuck at home and you're like, oh, I'm really bored, are you bored with yourself? I have literally a list of things that I have to do that I don't have time to do at the moment, because I'm just like, I know this is going to sound terrible, and I don't want to manifest this because I know that not everyone's going to agree with this, but I'm like, if this goes on longer, then I'm going to finally be able to catch up with everything that I want to do. And I can feel everyone going, no, please don't bring that into existence. And obviously, because I'm not selfish, I'm not going to do that, because I'm just going to hand it upstairs and say, you guys have it underhand. You know what to do. This will come as and when it needs to. And if I need to have extra time, then I'll be given it, because time is an illusion. Energy is fluid, you know. Because then, look, this is when the good stuff comes. Cornucopia. Look, that is the abundance. That's the bounty. That's the balance to it all. Cornucopia is like the end result of all the hard work. Right, let's go to the Archangels, because I feel like the Archangels have something to say here. This is the Oracle of the Archangels by Doreen Virtue. Now, one of the Romance Angel cards has gone into this deck, and there's no coincidence, because my guides are saying, I'm scared to read it. This is going to be a message for someone that needs to hear this. It says, stay optimistic about your love life. Hang on a minute. Someone is giving an offering. It says, positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Someone is bringing you an offering, and it's someone that's got a birthday coming up. This is someone that's got a birthday coming up. It's abundance. Someone's giving you an offering here. This is going to be for someone that I feel like kind of doubted that anything good would happen. It's like someone's lost a bit of hope. Right, let's have a look. Archangel Oracle cards. What can you tell us, please? Let's pull the final couple of cards. Let's pull the final couple of cards, and then let's see. Prioritize. prioritize. It says, Archangel Metatron, focus on your highest priorities. I will help you get organized and motivated. Yes. So Metatron rules the universal grid, all right? And he is more the galactic type of energy, but he's also very good in protection. He works for the top chakras up into the heart. So he's in charge of the higher chakras. He's also giving you something. Can you see he's holding a gold goblet? This is like an activation. It's like Metatron, and I feel like this is relating to the moon here. Focus on your highest priorities. I will help you get organized and motivated. So this is, again, if you need help with that, if you need motivation, ask Metatron. Look into doing Metatron meditations. Maybe ask Metatron to help you with specific things. And it says, take your power back. Again, this is the solar plexus now I'm feeling. It says, use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. Okay, guys, that was it from me. Wednesdays, I'm probably going to do, the next one is probably going to be on, they're saying on YouTube, around, I would say, maybe about 6 or 8 p.m. British Standard Time. Just keep an eye out for my social media because I'll announce when specifically. Oh, thanks, Kate. Thanks for all your help. So everyone who's been watching, thank you. Everyone who's liked, thank you. If you haven't already subscribed, if you want to subscribe, that would be awesome. Thank you so much, Stacey. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, Kate. Have an amazing day. All of you, take good care of yourselves. And obviously, we've got more videos to come on the channel. If you want to sort of request a video or a time to do the lives, let me know. I'm all ears. Till next time.